Hello students, welcome to online classes, school at home program. Hope you are doing well at your home as well as learning at your homes with an effective learning. So, I welcome you all to the 8th class, continue virtual classes topics. So, we are starting the chapter number 6, biodiversity in its and its conservation. So, what is biodiversity? If you observe our surroundings, no, you observe various types of living organisms, not only in plants but also the living beings. And in our biology textbook, we have studied the third lesson as the world of microorganisms, which are invisible to our naked eye. So, how we can see them? With the help of microscope. So, likewise, around the world is full of varieties of species, not only that belongs to plants or animals, but some living organisms we can't see with our naked eye. We can't see with our naked eye. And the definition of biodiversity means, diversity means spread of many living organisms. Bio means life, spreading of many species of varieties of living organisms around the universe. Means some living organisms that are present in air, some living organisms they live on land, some living organisms live on what we call trees and plants, some living organisms live in water, either it may be fresh water or salt water, and some animals will live on the bodies of other animals. You know, some animals, some living organism, they live on other animals. They live on other animals. So, what are the organisms that are living worldwide? Different species of organisms which are living worldwide. So, belonging to some particular habit, is known as biodiversity. Once you think, if we have a lake nearby our village, or street or town. So during rainy season, it is filled up with the different varieties of frogs, fishes, crabs, like that, so on. And if you see the nearby the lakes, some plants will be growing. So plants will provide us oxygen and air, as well as they carry out photosynthesis to bring back food materials, isn't it? And if many fishes and some living organisms are present in the lake, which will come, some other organisms will come, like kingfisher, woodpeckers, so like that, so on. Many birds will come and feed on the fishes, isn't it? Once you think that lake has been dried up, can you see any type of organisms living in the particular habitat? That is pond? No way. So what we have to do? So for that purpose, we have to conserve the pond, which is the living habitat for many living organisms, which is a main source for many living organisms, isn't it? For many living organisms. So here in our topic, we are dealing with reading and knowing about different varieties of species living in a conserved habitat, and how to protect them, and how to conserve them, and how to conserve not only the living beings but also the habitats. Okay, yeah, this is we deal with the biodiversity and its conservation, chapter number 6. So in your textbook it was given. So if you observe your textbook, at the last page you will be having the nature prayer. What is that? Nature prayer. So in this prayer, so we are praying. What is that? I humbly bow to the flocks of birds whose twittering make a melodious morning song, and streams of trees whose greenery swathe through Mother Earth and fill the air with glorious gases. So here this nature prayer it says that I generally bow my head towards the flocks of birds. Why? Because they give us melodious sounds, and I pray to the Mother trees. For what purpose? Because they give us oxygen, and not only for that, it describes about not only for these, from starting with ants, crows, squirrels, and what is that, we are praying to the nature that we save the motherland, that is nature and earth, not using different types of waste, pesticides, insecticides. So taking a pledge by making a prayer, what is that? I will protect the mother earth, I won't release waste materials into this earth so that it harms many living organisms. So giving a oath daily, what we do, children, by coming to school, we go on saying pledge, India is my country. Same like that, we are giving a prayer, giving a pledge, giving a promise to the nature, saying that we won't harm the nature, not disturb the balance, and we will protect, we have the right to protect the nature. So giving a promise to the mother earth and giving promise to the mother nature. Okay, so this is about nature prayer. And here, if you open the page number 84, so chapter 6, biodiversity and its conservation. So in the year so in it was mentioned in the IUCNZSL, International Union of Conservation of Nature, and the Zoological Society of London. In this, 100 threatened species, means they are going to be harmed. How many? 100 threatened species are noticed, are named in the list of this IUCNZSL, International Union for Conservation of Nature. In this, 100 threatened species were mentioned. How many? 100 threatened species were mentioned. Of these 100, 2 belongs to Andhra Pradesh, 2 belongs to AP. What are those? 2 belongs to AP. That. So in your textbook it was given. So what is that? One is Pollanadu bird, Great Indian Bustard, Pollanadu Bird Sanctuary, Great Indian. One is what? Great Indian Bustard. What is that? Great Indian Bustard. Where it was found? In Pollanadu Bird Sanctuary in Kurnool. Where it was found? Pollanadu Bird Sanctuary in Kurnool. Where it is present? Sanctuary means it is a reserved place. It is a reservoir place for different types of birds. Bird sanctuary means what? It is a reserving place for different types of birds. We have to protect them and conserve them. So which was found in Kurnool? Pollanadu Bird Sanctuary in Kurnool. What is the Great Indian Bustard? And another one is, another one is a spider, a species of spider. What is that? Species of spider, Guti tarantula. What is the name? Guti tarantula. What is this? Guti tarantula. So 100 species were mentioned, threatened species were mentioned. Of those, two belongs to AP. How many belongs to AP? 2 belongs to AP. One is bird and one is spider. One is a bird species and another one is spider species. What is a bird? Great Indian Bustard, which was found in the Pallanadu Bird Sanctuary in Kurnool. Pallanadu Bird Sanctuary in Kurnool. And another one is Guti tarantula, a species of spider. What is that? Guti tarantula in the species of spider. Why this? What is that? Why these species are get threatened? What is the factors? What are the factors? What are the things that makes them to become extinct or threat? More threat. Threat means there happen to be going to be, what we can say, going to be vanished some days after. They get going to be vanished. We won't see these animals further. That means there will be something makes them to get vanish. After some days we won't see them. Okay, we won't see them. So likewise, what are the reasons for that? Because of deforestation. So and another thing is lack of nutrients, use of more industrialization, deforestation, use of various types of pesticides, and releasing industrial wastes towards the water sources. These are the, what is that? These are the things that makes the various living organisms to become vanish or to become extinct or to be threatful. Means there is a chance of getting damage to their lives. So this is about what given in the textbook. What is that? 84 page number. Here in the figure there was given two AP species. Here if you perfectly see, no, here the page, in this page it is an article which was printed. These two becoming threatened. Two AP species. It was published in Hyderabad paper September 11. Okay, in the Deccan Chronicle. Okay, in the Deccan Chronicle. Next, National Wildlife Protection Act. National Wildlife Protection Act is saying to protect these species. What are those? Great Indian Bustard and Gouty Tarantula and Gouty Tarantula. So not only these two species, so sparrows, very small, somewhat ash brownish color, small birds are present. They usually come for small grains and water to our houses. They also get vanished day by day. We are not seeing that much of what birds nowadays. So this is because of the industrialization, global civilization or deforestation. So not only these crows, we are different types of crows we are not seeing, and when you get up early in the morning, no, we usually hear the sounds of birds making their sounds. But nowadays, because of current poles, power stations and power poles and power wires, they are spread all over the cities, no. So if they stand on or they hold the current wires, they get electrical shock and they are getting died. That is why, this is of the reason we are not seeing numerous of birds around us everywhere. So this is our right, this is our concern to protect the living beings around the universe. Okay, so make a list of the things that you take part actively in conserving the biodiversity. Okay students, meet you in the next class.